When you have a really bold, audacious vision to make, lasting change, lasting positive change in the world, you need bold, audacious people to join forces with you and really share in that vision.
And the Hunger Coalition did just that. They joined forces with the Tour de Force to help fund their nonprofit, which helps food get on people's tables. And food that is the sixth most expensive in the country, in a place that has the highest wealth disparity in the nation, one of them, I should say. And 52% of the people who live there are food insecure. That place is right here in Idaho, Blaine County. This is an astronomical gap and is something that Blaine County Hunger Coalition has been battling for decades. It only got worse through COVID and now record high inflation. So the Sun Valley Tour de Force helping with that too. The nonprofit is full of donors who focus on giving back to important programs in the community. They're doing it in record time. We checked back in with the Hunger Coalition to see how much the Tour de Force helped them out. You might remember the story we shared with you earlier this week. In case you don't, look quickly because it's a fast one from Andrew.
Tucked deep in the Wood River Valley, local drivers line Highway 75, but hardly to catch an eye.
You know, it's Hondas, it's SUVs that all look the same.
Shut the
Hardly.
road down if you can communicate to your north end.
But that can change
10-ish till they hit the start,
in an instant.
maybe 15.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get things ready to go here.
So excited for you guys.
Max runs the start line.
You know the drill. When I give you the thumbs up, the course is yours. Until then, it's not.
Now, it's a new fleet of wheels,
Road's closed, we gotta go.
slotted to push the posted limit.
Modern 1, force clear.
From the start line, the course is hot. Now we're in business.
One that might not seem lucrative, considering the crowd's comprised of cheap seats.
I've been into cars since I was
It's all free.
as long as I can remember. I think I was a year old when one of our friends gave me my first little Hot Wheels, and ever since I've just been hooked.
Nathan Johnston's part of the tight-knit club up here.
Oh, here we go. So that's the new McLaren 750S. That's a prototype car. So no one actually owns that car yet.
It can be hard to imagine owning any of these cars.
Hitting over 200 miles an hour, which is pretty cool.
But a few
Only the fastest one out here.
you could probably pick up.
Well, we're gonna go for kilometers an hour because it seems faster.
It also feels like a race. Lucky for most, it's not.
They're incredible cars, and people drive at their comfort limit. My friend, which is coming up here pretty soon, in fact, I should probably record this. It's not the fastest car here, but he's pushing it as hard as it'll go, which is cool. You can hear it. That might have been the last car.
Because, of course, you still have to brake. In this case, for the public to use the public road. That's when the connections are made.
So right here is Kevin LaChapelle's Audi R8. So this one's supercharged, and it's got some Xbox emblems on it. He actually works for Microsoft, and he's one of our biggest helpers in this event and helps bring in sponsors that want to make a difference in the community.
From the start line, the course is hot.
It's not a race, remember? They're here to push limits.
Oh no, it's the other McLaren. 720S.
All kinds of limits.
Last year they raised $650,000 for the Hunger Coalition, just changing thousands of people's lives. It's really cool. It's not just about going fast, it's about raising money and giving back to the community.
Not bad for free.
It's a thrill of a lifetime. It's incredible. When you come around that turn and it opens up, and it's like you're flying.
Wrapped portion for that McLaren is probably going to be the fastest car at this event. I'm pretty excited to hear what he does.
Good air.
Or rather, what she did.
And I think I just got lucky and I got the fastest speed by 1 mile per hour, and my dad was right behind me.
Alexandra Hayner drives every year.
2:18.87.
That's not the all-time record.
We had somebody go 246 in 2016, I believe.
But it's enough today to get the attention of the man in charge.
We got the sheriff setting the land speed record right now.
That's the best part. I have the speeding ticket I got from last year. And when people come over, they're like, I don't tell them that it was from an event. Everyone's very surprised that I got a speeding ticket because it's real. It's like a real ticket the sheriff department gives you.
And the course is hot. Last car.
Copy, last call.
There's no limits. And the fastest thing about them might be how quickly they give back.
It's not a competition. If you set a record, great, but that's not what it's about. Because every year it has grown exponentially, the amount of money that they've raised for the nonprofit.
It's one of those Idaho things where you think, I just got to go see that for myself. Anyways, the Sun Valley Tour de Force has supported the Hunger Coalition through this no speed limit flagship event since the year 2020. Final numbers for you in terms of the donations. Since the partnership began, you can see the trend growing rapidly and continuing to grow, all for a great cause. And the partnership is making a real change for the local community.
We support folks from, Cary all the way north of Ketchum. Over half of folks here are either food insecure or at risk of food insecurity, just because the conditions are so rough. It can be hard to be a working class local here in Blaine County. So that's why we like to join together and fight for change. They helped us open Bloom Community Food Center. So we used to kind of just be the food pantry and kind of like a small crammed area. It wasn't like bright and fun like it is now. So they helped us open Bloom, which now there's so many more ways for people to engage, community gardening, community cooking and eating together. So we're so much more than just a food pantry now. And that's largely thanks to generosity from the folks at Tour de Force. So much of our work is just, bringing joy to folks and joining together and being in community together. So we have a lot of fun, and we're also joining forces to power the movement to end hunger. So we come together around good food, but then we also are working collectively to make lasting change. And it's so cool to have Tour de Force on our team to make that happen.
Hunger Coalition still has not received the final donation from Tour de Force for this year, but we are told it is a record amount, meaning they've raised at least $600,000.